Like, if this thing gets more than 10 or 20 likes across any platform, I will do it.
You know, I didn't actually expect you guys to do that, right?
Especially not this many likes. Now I actually have to talk about Chinatown Wars, but a deal's a deal, so here's some random information about GTA Chinatown Wars for you. Firstly, Chinatown Wars has been on a lot of platforms over the years. While a lot of people still think in terms of consoles it was a DS exclusive, it did get released on the PSP, just to much less fanfare, and in October of 2009 instead of March of the same year like the DS version did. It's just not as well talked about since the PSP had multiple GTA titles on it and the DS didn't. The game would also get a few different now delisted mobile ports coming to iOS devices in 2010 and Android devices in 2014. Huang Li is the main protagonist of the game, and to put it nicely, he's not particularly interesting, although that may be just due to the restrained nature of the game's story overall. That being said, he did get a mention in GTA 4, which technically means that Chinatown Wars is part of the GTA HD universe, which is weird to think about because outside of the iPad version, none of the other versions of the game are actually in HD. The game was developed by Rockstar Leeds, a studio who was previously known as Mobius Entertainment before being acquired by Rockstar in 2004. Interestingly enough, even before they were acquired by Rockstar, Mobius Entertainment had done some work for them as they were the studio behind the Game Boy Advance port of Max Payne. Now here's where things get a little bit weird. When you think about the name Tommy and GTA in the same sentence, who do you think about? Yeah, exactly, right? Tommy Vercetti. However, there's also a Tommy in this game. He's a weird paranoid dude who hires the player to buy him a gun since he legally can't own one himself due to previous violent convictions, and we immediately see why that is, because the second he gets it working, he kills a bunch of people. And then you kill him. Very, very bizarre character. It's also worth mentioning that this is the last GTA game to be in the top-down perspective. There were obviously the original two as well as add-ons like GTA London, if you want to count that as its own thing. The, quite frankly, weird and bizarre ports of the first two games to Game Boy Color, as well as GTA Advance, which was developed exclusively for, you guessed it, the Game Boy Advanced. Despite being very different from where the mainland series was at this point, the DS version of Chinatown Wars did get pretty good reviews from both fans and critics alike. They knew it wasn't going to be like GTA on home console or PC, and that was perfectly alright. And last but not least, while it may sound a little bit funky at times just due to the low quality speakers of the devices it was made for, the GTA Chinatown Wars soundtrack is actually pretty fun, including vocals from Ghostface Killah and MF Doom on the theme song for the game, which is pretty unique, I will say. And that's going to do it for all this random information about Chinatown Wars. Who knows, if this video reaches 20 likes on any platform, I'll do GTA Advance next. Anyway, that's going to do it for this short. If you liked what you saw today, leave a like and subscribe, and if you're on TikTok, I'll settle for a follow. It's the best way to let me know that you want to see more stuff in this kind of style.